from your unit, from our area, from our Epic family, and from all of Pearl Seminar. Cindy was my pearls of sharing, my first ever recruit in the business. We have a 32-year history, and I could just as easily stand on the other side of the stage with Curtis as your family. When you journey through life together, so many seasons of life and ever-evolving relationship, it's something so unique, so special, that we could have this and continue together. You know, I knew you when you were 14 and knew then that God had gifted you with exceptional ability, incredible talent. And I knew that if you invested yourself and persevered and worked hard, that He would bless your efforts and He would multiply them, and the success would influence other people. And you did, and you are, and He has. Cindy, I'll tell you, we've shared a lot. We've shared belly laughs and heartache and near wins and failures and great celebrations. But at this moment, just anticipating putting that crown on your head and standing in the wings of your accomplishment, it takes my breath away. And it just makes me think all over again, I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad you did. Curtis, you make her a woman and a half. That's what Mary Kay would tell you. It takes a strong man to lead a strong woman. He said I just stay out of the way, and that takes a smart man to know when to stay out of it. But you make her, you bring out her best, Curtis. She found her soulmate in you. You give her a place to shine and let her be her feisty, crazy, funny, awesome self, all at the same time. So Cindy, now that we've checked this off the bucket list, next stop, the Flippen National Area. And I can't wait to meet the women who create this next epic victory. Congratulations, you're an absolutely beautiful queen.
Well, little sweetie, you know, I have I'm a thinker and I had a range of thoughts. So I'm just going to share my thoughts with you in no particular order. But, when I finally figured out, or, had a pretty good idea that you would be queen, I was kind of like, wow, money, nice, very nice. And then I was like, we're just going to make it rain. So I was just like, oh, just forget it. We're just going to go big. Yeah, just make it rain in here, So, and then I thought, two words came to my mind: respect and admiration, because you have had so much adversity. I mean, over this past 12 months, and just a lot of adversity. And what you did in terms of just professionally, you stayed the course, you stayed on message. And this is where it got you. So, it's just impressive to observe from where I sat. So, I know your dad would be, so proud of you. So, it's just a very impressive year. It's just, those are the words, respect and admiration. And I think, and then, sort of my final thought, among my thoughts was that, I would say from Cuban princess to queen. I'm proud of you, sweetie, and I love
you. These two people next to me I chose because you choose your mentors, you choose your friends, and you choose your husband. And sometimes I wondered what I was thinking. That's what I needed. I needed strong people beside me because I'm tough. And you both are so tough and you don't waver. And I appreciate so much that you always stay on message and stay on me and believe in me and love me. And you have made me better, Pam. I am so grateful that I met you at such a young age and that I came into this company at such a young age, because I shudder to think who I would be had I not met you. I thank God for you. I do. And I thank God for you too. I love this man. He is the one for me, and my friends know it. And Noah, we're gonna have a little talk later. But I love you, honey. Thank you so much. Thank you for putting up with me. For being so good. This was not the picture that I had. This was not the picture that I had last year. Last year when I left seminar, although I was very frustrated, the picture was to be on stage to debut as a national sales director with my beautiful unit. So Offspring directors would come of that, and I pictured that, and I pictured my amazing family to be up here with me. That was my picture. It was on my iPad, because my dad was ill, and I knew that the window was closing, and I really wanted them to be up here. And when my dad's health took a turn for the worse, I found myself on a plane back and forth to Florida weeks at a time, back and forth, because I knew that my family needed me, because my dad took care of my mom, so that was both of them, and a lot of burden was on my sister, so I really needed to be there for my sister, and I needed to be there for my niece, who was pregnant, and she was there every night with my parents, and I needed to be there for my mom, and I needed to be there for my dad. And I knew I needed to be there for my dad. And so I was immersed in my family. And so the focus changed, but I never stopped working. But I was not always like that. And that's why this is so significant, is that I wasn't a great daughter. And when I left, when I graduated at 17, I left. And I was gone. And when I did come home, it would be just coming for the holidays, and I would go spend time with my friends. And I didn't spend any time with my family at all. And so I didn't have a good relationship with them until about 9 years ago, when I rededicated my life to Christ. And he healed my family, like totally healed my family. My parents moved to New Jersey from Florida. Who does that? And they lived there for 7 years, and we developed a relationship, me and my dad. We never had one, and I forgave him. And my sister moved there too. And we were able to mend our relationship. And we had never had a relationship in our adult life. And I was able to get to know my niece. And I believe that God blesses obedience. In Ephesians 6, it says, honor your father and mother. And this is the first commandment with a promise. And it says, so that it may go well with you, and that you may enjoy a long life on the earth. The word is alive, and it is powerful, and it is sharper than a double-edged sword. You know, I'm a worshiper. Like, that is who I am. And this isn't going to go well, but there's a song that I always had in my heart, and I promise if you turn this down, I'll end with this. Is that it says that, oh Lord, you're beautiful, your face is all I seek, and when your eyes are on this child, your grace abounds to me. I want to take your word and shine it all around. First help me just to live it, Lord, and when I'm doing well, help me to never seek a crown, for my reward is giving glory to you. did this because it's unexplainable. I wasn't home a lot, and God did this. It's obedience, and our family is more important than anything. Thank you.
Cindy, I want to start by saying that after Curtis places the crown back on your head, I noticed that Pam did that much more easily than you did, Curtis, but I just want to point that out to everyone. But you are such a great example of living your life, God first, family second, career third. Things don't always happen on our timetable, but they certainly happen on his. And even though this is your first year as our queen, she's led her unit to Circle of Excellence 12 times. Twice she heard to the $1 Million Circle, twice to number 10 in the nation, this year number 6. We're so very proud of you. First time as queen, but I want you to know you have always been a queen in our hearts. Second thing I want to share is you chose well. If there was ever any doubt, you chose well. Although I was also questioning it when you handed the microphone to Curtis, because we don't know what's going to come out of his mouth or out of his pockets, evidently. But Cindy, I'm so very proud of you. So honored to have known you all these years. So honored to have been on so many trips with you as a top director. So honored to have you as our queen. I got to tell you, she has a lot of perseverance, and whatever she does, she wants to be number one in it. I can remember being on a mountain bike with her where she led the way. Curtis and I were in the back struggling to keep up. But Cindy, you have set such an example in every single way for every director here, for every person in your unit, and I know you're so very proud of them, and we are also. Congratulations on being our queen in Unit Circles this year. And Stacy here, oh my gosh, 4 times she's led her unit to